But the thing about high school football guys and football in general is we do this stuff year-round for 10 days. All that stuff was for right now.
Just to have a chance to do this is something that I've always wanted to do since I was a little kid.
Play the game the way you know how to do it. Play the game to our standards and the way we play it 48 more minutes. And all that work that you guys put in is going to show on this field.
And he goes, what you guys aren't seeing is what the Jude Smiths of the world are doing in the middle of that defensive line, because that allows me to get a step.
Right. Like, people don't realize, and I tell all the time in the defense, you might not make the tackle, but you're going to make the play. Made a play on the first play defense on a screen that we repped all week in practice. He made the play all week in practice. And when the lights came on, he went try from the other interception from the D-tackle spot. Both those guys have been really good and not talked about at all in the middle. And you look at them, they don't look like your prototypical, three-tag or nose guards, but they play a good pad level, they strike. Lucas has a wrestling background, and that helps him. And Jude's a really strong physical kid. So both those kids, both juniors, that's a great thing for us. They've done a great job and keeping San Frugier free. And really, Jackson Broussard and Carter Mott having great years. They're both really good players. But the guys in front of them, Jack Snyder included, keeping those guys free. And they have a team to go run into
this time, Massachusetts rise and really job
that might have been more of a question mark coming out of the season.
White and our national anthem by this
those guys that have shots.
Do you worry about running Munoz too much?
The father? No, I don't. I mean, at times, depending on where the game is, but Alex is the worst guy.
I figured Alex wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling him to stop, and he's putting his shoulder down. He's a different kid, man. He's just in football. He's a
Homecoming 2025 about to get underway here at Teurlings Catholic High School. Scott Braz will be joining us in just a minute. I'm Kevon Bordelon. Tyler Darbone back in the studio keeping us on the air. We are live on 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio. Also down on the sidelines, Ike Brunet will be getting highlights for our Facebook page tonight, which can be found at Teurlings Catholic Football Radio Network on Facebook. Teurlings Rebels in their home red jerseys trimmed in blue and white, navy helmets, navy pants trimmed in red and white. Rebels lost the toss, so the Patriots of North Vermilion won the toss. They have elected to receive, which means that the Patriots in their white jerseys, white helmets trimmed in red and blue, navy pants trimmed in red and white, will receive the opening kickoff. They will move left to right across your radio, Android, or iPhone application. The Teurlings Rebels will move right to left. That is south to north here in Rebel Stadium. The Rebels 6-0 on the season as we come to you live, high from above Teurlings Rebels Stadium in the Summit Financial Press Box. Ball is about to be spotted. Official is having a conversation with Rebels senior kicker Logan Boudreau as we get set to kick off tonight's game. Two men are back deep for the North Vermilion Patriots. See if we can get numbers on those jerseys. Looks like we have number 22, a sophomore, Emmett Seymour. Check that. That is 23. That is Chandler Richard. He is a senior. Boudreau puts foot to leather, and it's going to be taken in by Richard. He is at the 15 to the 20 to the 25 with some room to the 30 to 35. Finally hit by a couple Teurlings Rebels tacklers at about the 35-yard line. They'll mark him down right at the 40-yard line, and that is where North Vermilion will set up shop. A couple of Rebel tacklers in on that look to be the senior Jacob Dean, one of the tacklers for the Teurlings Rebels. So here comes the Rebels defense. Dean will get the start on the outside at cornerback for the Rebels. And that will bring North Vermilion to the line of scrimmage. They'll line up in the I formation. Jackson Frederick is under center. Hands off, trying to go to the left side of the offensive line. Hit immediately and driven back is the running back. He'll only gain maybe a yard on the carry. That is Gage Wise, who picks up one, sets up second down and 9. So ball was officially spotted at the 39-yard line for North Vermilion. Solid field position for them off the opening kick of the ball game. So North Vermilion taking their time in the huddle, second down and long, opening possession of the ball game. 0-0 is your score. Frederick, again, under center. Hands off to his fullback, left side of the offensive line. He'll surge forward to about the 44-yard line, and that's going to set up third down and call it 5 yards for the North Vermilion Patriots. So it's a big third down for the Teurlings Rebels. Opening drive of the ball game for North Vermilion. Opening drive of the ball game, period. 0-0 ball game. 10:40 remaining on the Oshner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. Trips are stacked wide to the near side. Lone back is in the backfield. Frederick with a quick throw to the near side, trying to get a little slip screen to pick up the first down. And he's going to be very close on the reception. Looks like he might be a yard shy, though. Looks like that was Jaden Payne who came up with the reception. So it'll be 4th and short, Mr. Brazda. The question is, will North Vermilion go for it? Looks like they will. They send in a new quarterback on this play. This is going to be Eli Dubois, a sophomore. He's got a little bit larger frame than the first starting quarterback. Same formation, just flipped. Trips are stacked to the far side. 4th down and 1. He's going to hand it off. No, he will keep it. He's going to break a couple of tackles. He's across the 50, tackled at the Rebel 46-yard line, moves the chains for North Vermilion. And Scott, if you're the Patriots, that's got to be really encouraging on your opening drive to get the conversion on 4th down and keep this going.
Well, you're looking at a couple things, Kevon. One, you haven't won a game all year. What do you got to lose? Also, anything you do, much like we learned last week against Rain, anything you can do to take the homecoming out of this game, that helps your causes.
So first down and 10 for North Vermilion inside of Rebel territory. They're at the Rebel 46-yard line. Frederick again under center, I formation. Hand off to the fullback right side, just a dive off the right guard. He's going to be inside the 45 to the 43, gain of 3.
Mikey said you were going to see a lot of this. And that's what the Rebels have been practicing on all week, stopping this.
And Scott, Jackson Frederick is a true freshman, so their starting quarterback, who wears number 14, a true freshman. Now they roll in another quarterback. This is Avery Stutes. He's a junior. Check that. That is not Stutes. That is Frederick. Frederick looks to his right. Now he's just going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete through the hands of his intended receiver. Just trying to throw a little quick hitch. Not even a hitch, just a pass at the line of scrimmage. Sets up third down and long now for North Vermilion.
You know, North Vermilion, a tough task. You come into a place that packs them in. And so you're just looking for something to hang your hat on. North Vermilion has scored a few points this season, come on. So, I mean, their problem has been stopping people. So, you know, they may be able to move the ball a few times against the Rebels.
So North Vermilion taking some more time off the clock as they go huddle and just play old school slow pace football. They will go 5 wide on this third down and long. Now we're going to get a timeout. North Vermilion. Looked like there was some confusion, or the play clocks were at 1 and they didn't want to lose the 5 yards. We'll take a break here on Teurlings Rebels football. 8:36 left on the Oshner Lafayette General Orthopedic scoreboard and the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard on our streaming side. This is Teurlings Rebels football, 0-0 ball game.
Here's your Beal and Hebert starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Teurlings Catholic.
Kenny Hebert, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haney, Catholic High.
Gabrielle Romero, Sacred Heart.
Beal and Hebert, Acadiana's hometown lawyers.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident.
Teurlings Rebels Radio, News Talk 96.5 KPEL from the Summit Financial Press Box alongside Scott Brazda, Tyler Darbone back in the studio, Ike Bernay getting highlights on the sidelines. I'm Kevon Bordelon. Big third down, call it 3rd and 7 for the North Vermilion Patriots.
3-man front, don't see that a lot with us.
Additional confusion. You've got quad wide receiver split wide to the left side for Frederick. Lone wide receiver is to the right. Calling for the football on 3rd and long. The freshman looks to his right. Throws. It's going to be in the air. Incomplete. Dangerously tipped up into the air. Nobody able to come down with it. That's going to set up 4th and long from the Rebel 43-yard line.
So now we see the punt team, which, I mean, I don't know, Kevon, the argument could be made. I mean, I know it's a much longer distance this time, but the same argument can be made. You don't have anything to lose.
I absolutely agree with you. If you're really trying to take the air out of the stadium on homecoming, this might be a good way to do it. Caden Chavis is back deep to receive the punt. Stands at his own 14-yard line and approaching the 15. Now he'll go drift back just a few steps. Snap is back. It's a good one. Kick is up and away. Spiraling kick. Chavis waves everybody away from it. It's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback, and that is going to give the Rebels a Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You know, you and I have seen a couple things, you know, both things that were flagged and things that weren't flagged. I fully expect Caden to really break one before we're done here this season.
He had an electric return last week, and surprisingly, to me, what was really the biggest part of that play was he got caught from behind, which almost never happens.
He was good. The other guy for Rain, I forget his name, was going to be your player of the game.
Yeah, I mean, just what a play. But, and beautiful punt return by Caden Chavis. Unfortunately, that was called back due to a holding call or a block in the back. We never actually saw the call. So that sends the Teurlings Rebels offense out, starting at their own 20. Rebels moving right to left. Munoz directing traffic. EDB behind him in the pistol, calls for the football. Play action. Munoz looks to his right, throws downfield. He's got Viator wide open. He catches it at the 45, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and it's a Cafe Sydney May 6, an 80-yard touchdown pass for the Teurlings Rebels on their opening play from scrimmage on homecoming 2025.
You know, Mikey likes to make a statement. We saw it 2 weeks ago. We even tried it a couple times last week. Again, we are finding very few teams that can keep up with Viator and Celestine.
Scott, that is the third time this season the Rebels on their opening play from scrimmage have found pay dirt. Rebels are going to go for two because the way that the formation lined up, North Vermilion didn't counter it, and look at that, Scott. That is a big man with football on the two-point conversion for the Teurlings Rebels. That is a Perry getting the two-point conversion. So Rebels have an 8-0 lead on the Oshner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. And the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio, News Talk 96.5 KPEL, and streaming on 446.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
One play, 80 yards. Teurlings Rebels lead it 8-0 over the Patriots of North Vermilion. Broussard puts foot to leather, and Logan puts this one clearly into the end zone. Scott, we've talked about how much of a weapon he can be defensively for the Rebels, negating all touchbacks. Now it's 1st and 10 from their own 20 instead of the great field position they had just shy of their own 40 on their opening possession.
And Logan always has that little giddy up after a touchdown. You ever notice that? I mean, that kick has a little more oomph. And let's go back to that touchdown pass. I mean, could Alex have put it in a better place? It was Viator never broke stride. He just dropped it in the basket.
So that sends the Patriots to the line of scrimmage for 1st down and 10 from their own 20. Rebels lead at 8-0. 8:09 remaining in the first quarter. Frederick sets his offensive line, hands off, tailback, left side of the line. He's going to be met immediately. According to the far side spot, it might be a loss of 1 officially on the carry. They'll mark it at the 20, so no gain on the 1st down carry.
A bunch of Rebels led by Deculus. So great conversation with Seth Miller this morning, and you ran it earlier while I was en route. Continuing that pack mentality necessity for this defense. We saw 4 or 5 guys right there.
That was Gage Wise on the carry. 2 wide receivers are split wide to the right side of the offensive formation this time. Patriots moving left to right on your radio, Android, iPhone application. Frederick sets the line. Handoff. Right side this time. Breaks 1 tackle. Can't get past the second. Taken down just shy of the 24-yard line for North Vermilion is Sage Theriault. Check that. Tremaine Cormier.
Pretty good-sized guy.
I was about to say, looks like physically a very nice running back.
Yeah, he shifted a little bit in there too. I mean, he had a little left to right, east west.
Gain of 4 sets up 3rd down and 6 from their own 24-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 running backs flank Frederick in the backfield.
Now the 4-man front.
Frederick to throw, looks to his left. Tries to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was behind his intended receiver at about the 35-yard line, facing some pressure, not able to come up with the completion. So that means that see the punting unit out again, Mr. Braston.
I think he also heard footsteps. He had Fruge coming from his blind side, and then he had Maha jumping up and down right in front of him.
Let's talk about how rare it is to see a true freshman at starting quarterback in high school.
In high school.
Because you can ruin a quarterback by hearing footsteps. And he is not a small young man. That's a good snap high, and it's almost blocked. I think they might have gotten a hand on it, Scott. That's going to bounce at the 40 to the 45 to the 49 to the 50 to the 49, and that is where the Patriots will down it for a Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10 for the Teurlings Rebels. But let's go back to Frederick. You said he heard footsteps. Having that section of the Teurlings defensive line and linebacking core bearing down on you can create trauma later in life.
And on anybody. But I'm hoping the North Vermilion guys, and from what Mikey says, I mean, he loves their coaching staff. He thinks North Vermilion's on the right track. Joe Hines told me that too, and Joe was there just a couple years ago. Hopefully in Frederick they found a freshman who has that thick skin and says, I mean, I know I'm going to take my lumps. I'm a freshman. But, who knows what happens his sophomore and junior year.
Chick-fil-A first down and 10 from their own 49. EDB now moves to the shotgun. Man comes in motion to the near side. It's Price. Handoff EDB right side. He's got some room. Wow. 50, 45 to the 40. Taken down at the 37-yard line. That is a 14-yard run for the Teurlings Rebels. Moves the chains and sets up another Chick-fil-A first and 10.
Think about what a huge hole. What a huge hole around that right side.
Price will now be close to the line of scrimmage in the tight end spot, more of an up back. Handoff, EDB left side with a crease into the 30, to the 25, makes a man miss, and he's taken down at about the make it the 15-yard line with a flag. And Scott, it appears to be in the area of maybe a face mask, because EDB was the only person anywhere near that.
Yeah, no,
for the Rebels.
Yeah, no, that's really good stuff. But yeah, it had to be.
It's exactly what it is, a defensive penalty against the North Vermilion Patriots. Rebels on the march again. This is going to make it Chick-fil-A first down and goal inside the Hub City Ford red zone at the 8-yard line of North Vermilion. Rebels have already and the Rebels with a first down and goal. Pistol formation. Viator in the breaks the plane, does he? It's a Cafe Sydney May 6. Teurlings Rebels get another 6 points. This an 8-yard run by Eli Desboblois.
Except for the penalty, EDB did all the work. Well, the line created massive holes.
Yeah. Rebels will swing the gate again on the extra point attempt and line up as if they're going to go for 2 here. This time it is Logan Boudreau in the backfield. And now the Rebels will move it back to the spot where they will just go ahead and attempt the PAT.
I was thinking, we had Logan score a 2-point conversion not so long ago.
Coach Corbel is asking for them to reset the play clocks, as they did not reset after the touchdown. Now the officials are going to have a huddle at about the 10-yard line. They are now resetting the play clocks. They've been reset to 25. So the play clocks reset after the touchdown. They did not reset after the replacement of the ball from the 2-point conversion spot to the PAT spot.
Gotcha. Nice job of explaining that.
I think. But now the Rebels are going to go for 2. Handoff right up the middle. EDB into the end zone. It is 16-0 your Teurlings Rebels. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Or check that. It's showing 14. That's going to be wrong regardless.
Yep, that's double wrong.
5:28 left in the first quarter. Rebels with a 2-score lead. And actually they're calling this back and doing this again. Okay, Scott, I have not seen this happen. Now the Rebels are going to go for 2 from the 2-point conversion spot. Munoz is going to throw it into the end zone. We have a flag on the play, and let's see what this does. False start on the offense. 2 men in motion is going to be my guess. As Scott, the Rebels are just showing all kinds of wrinkles, and you have to wonder if maybe Coach Michael Corbel is making other teams see things on tape that they need to be prepared for.
When I was leaving his office, Mikey said, keep an eye on the swinging gate. That's all I'm saying. So,
and he is not happy with the call from the near side official. You see him shaking his head.
And now a straight up extra point. So I've crossed this extra point thing out twice now. I'm only going one more time. If not, I'm putting down whatever I want.
So this will officially be a PAT. It will be a 25-yard attempt. Snap, hold, flag.
Another flag.
Yeah, this one's going to be on North Vermilion because they jumped off sides. Clearly encroachment on the North Vermilion Patriots.
So do we go for 2 again?
Well, is it the full 5 yards, or because it is the PAT, is it half the distance? That you've got that whole thing going. That I don't know the answer to that.
You were doing such a fine job of breaking things down. I really defer to you on all this stuff.
So this is interesting. It does not go back to the original two-point conversion attempt location. It is just shy. That is a yard shy, which would be half the distance. Snap, hold, kick, and this one's no good.
Yeah.
Looked like they might have gotten a hand on it, so it is in true, predicting.
Not just technicians. 7-339-96.
Nothing. Teurlings Rebels lead it. Scott, that was it. Foot to leather. This one is returnable. Taken in at the 7. To the 10 to the 15, trying to go to the far side of the field. And that ball's on the turf. Carter Maha, who made the play, I don't think he realized he knocked the ball out.
No, I don't think he's going back for it.
The view of the ball was completely Vermilion Patriots just avoid disaster right there on the kickoff, as the Rebels did force the fumble, just couldn't quite come up with it. New quarterback in the backfield for North Vermilion. Straight run is to the left side of the offensive line, cross the 15. That's going to be just shy of the 20. Pickup of about 5 on first down. Looked like that was Dubois who on the carry.
And that was a nice little play call. I mean, just going left of center, calling your own number. Long strides.
Dubois seems to be the running quarterback. That'll now bring in Frederick again as the quarterback on second down and call it 4 after what appeared to be a 6-yard gain. So shotgun formation for the Patriots. Frederick has 2 wide receivers to his right. Looks to his left, throws to his left, and it's almost intercepted. Hands in the air by Andrew Frugier. And Scott, if he hadn't got his hands on it, I think Chavis probably had a beat on that one on the far sideline.
Chavis started running from the 32. He saw it. I asked Joe Heinz about his time at North Vermilion, and he said he greatly enjoyed it, but then the job opens up here, a chance to come home. And he said, football is struggling right now, really good in soccer, really good in baseball.
So third down and a long 4. Dubois checks back in at quarterback. As a running back to his right in the shotgun. Straight quarterback option to the left side. Rebels trying to track down the running back in the backfield, and they do. It's a loss on the play. Frugier with the big tackle all the way back at the 16-yard line.
Frugier knew exactly what was going to happen because I don't think he was ever buying in on the quarterback.
Rebels set to receive their 3rd punt of the first quarter. Rebels with a 14-0 lead over the North Vermilion Patriots. Chavis stands at the 45-yard line of North Vermilion. Snap is back. Kick is up and away. Chavis is going to let this one bounce. It will go and take a check bounce from the 37 back to the 36-yard line, and that is where the Teurlings Rebels will set up shop with a Chick-fil-A first down and 10.
Punter setting up back there a good ways, but the Rebels get back there so quickly. He's taking like 2 steps. It's like a Dan Marino drop.
Last couple of snaps have been high and unfortunately a little slow. You've got to have a certain speed and rotation on the ball. You've got to have a certain plane. If not, that 14 yards that you're set up behind your line isn't going to be enough, and you'll end up getting 1 block. The Rebels have come close thrice tonight, I believe.
Thrice.
Here I am busting out the big words every now and then. Munoz calls for the football on the Chick-fil-A first down. Hands off, EDB up the middle, inside the 30, to the 20, cuts back to the 10. 6-yard rushing touchdown for EDB.
Did you see EDB? Right, left. I don't know. Evans and Schwander need to keep an eye on this guy.
3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining, and EDB making a case, Scott, to your point, for even more time than he's already getting. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. Rebels lead it 21-0 here on Homecoming 2025 against the Patriots of North Vermilion. The Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard says 21-0. The Oshner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock says 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL. possessions, 3 touchdowns here in the first quarter alongside Scott Brasda. Tyler Darbone back in the studio. Ike Brunet on the sidelines getting highlights, and he's got plenty of them here in the first quarter. Mr. Brasda, Rebels lead at 21-0.
I mean, 36, 38 in the previous possession. EDB's got 70 plus.
Boudreaux pops this one up in the air. Fair catch is called for. Then the ball is dropped, then repossessed by North Vermilion. So that is where they will start in decent field position, their own 26-yard line.
Come on, we've got some great highlights already, but the greatest highlight may very well be this. Patricia Mesh. She's the grandmother of Allie and Molly, who's a current senior here at TCH. Her 80th birthday. Miss Patricia is listening.
Happy birthday.
Yep. Your daughter Gina loves you very much. And happy birthday, Miss Patricia.
Dubois will now set up under center for North Vermilion. First down and 10. Split backs are in the backfield. Tries to hand off right side. Doesn't. He'll be driven back as he holds on to the football. And that's going to be, they might give him a gain of 1, it looks like, Scott. And if they do, it might be a little generous, but that's okay.
And Maha was right there. I mean, quarterback fell back, but I think that was a good bit of play acting there.
So that'll set up second down and 9. Check that. They will go no gain. Ball was spotted at the 36, and that is where it has been respotted. So second down and 10 for the Patriots.
I love all the former homecoming queens coming. I know Murray Campbell cut my hair yesterday, and his wife Nancy was all pumped up. They hadn't been to a Rebels game in a while, and they were popping over here tonight.
Looks to his right to throw on second down. He's got a receiver and a little bit of room. Nice catch made at the 32-yard line. That's where they will mark him down, and a nice throw.
Game interview in there on the tackle. Also, I think Alec Castile was there. No, Jacob Dean.
Rebel defense getting signals from defensive coordinator Bart Vitt. Always. This team has not given up a ton of points.
And these kids love playing for Bart. They love playing for Bart.
Quarterback under center, and that's going to be 5 yards as Dubois went hard count against the Rebels, and that might convert the first down.
Maha tried to read it, tried to time it. Didn't quite work.
It will officially be now a first down. North Vermilion gets a fresh set of downs. 2:38 remaining on the Oshner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. Rebels lead it on the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard, 21-0. Trips are split wide to the left. Dubois fakes the handoff left side, and he's just going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Should be no gain on the play. Sets up second down and 10.
Maha, Frugier, and Frugier is covering up one more. Jackson Broussard.
An absolute host of Rebels. As North Vermilion is trying to take this one and see if they can get through the first quarter and keep it at 21-0. See if we can bring you some other scores from around the area. It'll be trips to the left. Dubois stays in at quarterback. Cormier is your running back for North Vermilion. Second down and 10. That snap is over his head. He's going to fall on it and be able to retain possession as, again, near disaster averted for North Vermilion. The second time they've put the ball on the turf, they've come away with both fumbles, though, Scott.
Now, Kavan, I know you've got Notre Dame and LCA. That's definitely one to watch.
See if we can find all of those scores. Jeanerette 6, St. Martinville nothing in the second quarter.
Jeanerette's got a good club.
They do. Looking for other scores from around the area as soon as we are able to find those, because they reset every now and then on our scoreboard.
Northside had a big win last night playing Brobridge.
So here we go. Third down and 21. Frederick looks to his left, throws downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. Chavis in coverage, just playing deep left field, and was able to track down that fly ball and knock it down.
Ball had a lot of air under it. They tried to run it down along the seams, along the sideline. A little bit too much.
Westminster Christian, Port Barre 0-0 in the first quarter.
All right, the Rebels are going close. I keep thinking one of these snaps is going to go over his head. It's been an adventure.
Snap is back. This is a better one. Kick is away. Chavis might have an opportunity to return this one, and he will probably stay away from it. And he does. Wisely, Scott. And look, that was close because the Rebels did have a man in the vicinity. Carter Deculus was close to where the football would have been, and he was able to stay away from it. That's big because now the Rebels will start with a Chick-fil-A first down at their own 39.
Yeah, and unless you're Chavis, I mean, that ball takes a funny bounce. It goes off your thigh, and suddenly North Vermilion's in business.
Here's that score you were looking for. First quarter score, Lafayette Christian, Notre Dame. 13-0 Knights over Pios in the first.
We will watch that throughout, guys.
So here comes the Teurlings Rebels offense, their fourth possession of the first quarter. They have converted all three previous possessions into touchdowns. Mesh checks in at running back. Twins are to the left. Munoz to throw, and that is caught on the far sideline across the 50-yard line to the 48. That's good for a Chick-fil-A first down. That's going to be a gain of 13. They'll mark him at the 47.
Stout did a good job of going up for that. You know, Riley had a really nice game last week against Rain. Scored a TD and caught another couple balls. He had to go up a little bit for that one. Good bullet by Alex, too.
Twins are near and far. Rebels don't need to run another play, but they will. This will be the last of the quarter. Handoff Mesh. Mesh with a crease. Mesh into the 40. Mesh to the 36-yard line. That's going to be good for another Chick-fil-A first down as we close the first quarter. Rebels lead it 21-0 on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic scoreboard, game clock, and the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard. Your Teurlings Rebels lead it over North Vermilion. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio, News Talk 96.5 KPEL, and streaming on 446 Sports. Second quarter, Teurlings Rebels lead at 21-0 here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports. Alongside Scott Brasda, Tyler Darbone back in the studio, Ike Brunet on the sidelines. I'm Kevon Bordelon. Celestine goes in motion far side. Rebels now moving north to south, rather. Mesh gets the pitch to the left side. He's inside the 30. He'll be tripped up right at the 25-yard line. They'll give him the 26. That will be another Chick-fil-A first down and 10 for the Teurlings Rebels. They will mark it at the 25.
So over the weekend, I'm texting and fussing at my friend Kent Mason. So why don't you play Mesh more? Why don't we see Mesh until the second or third quarter? I'm just letting him have it. And of course, Ian's playing great. EDB's playing great. And he goes, because when we throw in Mesh, you get a fresh set of legs and a guy that's got a different skill set. So against a tired defense, makes sense.
Munoz calls for the football. Play action to the far side. Simo gets the little quick catch. That's going to be another Chick-fil-A first down and 10 inside the Hub City Ford red zone. Ball will be spotted. Looks to be the 13-yard line.
Nice job by Quinn down the left side. Fun fact, for the second straight semester, I am teaching Quinn's sister, Lucy. I taught her in news writing last semester. I've got her in sports production this semester. Great young lady, and she's out here. She comes to all the games for her little brother.
Rebels can get a first down. Ball is officially spotted at the 12, so they need to get to the 2. Mesh now moves to the right of Munoz. Rebels moving north to south here in Rebel Stadium. That's left to right. Handoff Mesh left side. He's got a crease. Mesh inside the 5. A Cafe Sydney May 6 for the Teurlings Rebels. A 12-yard touchdown run by Mesh.
Rebels are running rampant. This off the left side. A small obstacle right there getting through the line, and then Spencer was just able to zoom it through.
Well, that sends Boudreaux out to attempt the PAT, so the Rebels have a 27-0 lead, 10:45 remaining in the second quarter pending this kick. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, plenty good, and the Teurlings Rebels have made it 28-0 over North Vermilion. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Lala Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Four possessions, 4 touchdowns for your Teurlings Rebels alongside Scott Brasda. I'm Kevon Bordelon. Tyler Darbone is back in the studio keeping us on the air. Ike Brunet is on the sidelines getting highlights for our Facebook page, Teurlings Catholic Football Radio.
Ike's got enough already.
Scott, 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. The offensive efficiency here is off the charts, and this is a team that seems to have found its stride with regards to discipline and execution.
And efficiency, penalties are really, they're playing clean, they're playing smart. They're not, no disrespect to North Vermilion, they're just not there yet. They're not playing down to North Vermilion.
Boudreaux puts this one into the end zone, automatic touchback, and the Teurlings Rebels defense will trot out onto the field for North Vermilion to the yard line.
So I was running late, doing some TV things, and after I finished the newscast, picked up some sandwiches at Old Time, one of our favorite sponsors, and I was the most popular guy coming up the stairs.
Oh, I'm sure you were.
The tray of over here.
See, we were fortunate to have the Boudin and the Boudin balls from M&S Grocery a little early.
You were doing fine. But I was worried about you. So.
I appreciate that. Frederick calls for the football, sends his man in motion, now calls for it again. Man in the slot moved early, no big deal. Frederick just going to roll out to his left, and now he's going to slide just shy of the 25-yard line. They'll call it the 24. A 4-yard gain for the freshman quarterback on first down.
And that's a good call by Frederick. You see the opening, you take off, you get what you can get, and then a good call by doing the slide.
He does seem to have a poise behind the line of scrimmage that is unbecoming of most freshman quarterbacks, Scott.
Yeah.
Jumbo formation. 3 backs are in the backfield. Frederick will be under center on 2nd down and 6. Handoff, just trying to go old power formation. Hit in the backfield and then dropped. Forward progress will be marked to the 21-yard line, so a loss of 3 on the play. Teurlings Rebels defensively played that beautifully.
It's a domino effect. I mean, Frugier hits him, slows him down. He gets away from Frugier. But because he had to slow down, suddenly it's Maha and it's Miller and a couple other Rebels.
So here we go, another big 3rd down for North Vermilion.
It's that havoc rate thing that Frugier set in motion right there by slowing him down.
Same formation, 3 backs are in the backfield. Basically 3 tight ends at the line of scrimmage. Handoff is straight ahead and not gaining much. Maybe a yard makes it 4th down and 6 from the 24-yard line for North Vermilion. So here comes the punting unit, and Caden Chavis will drop back to receive this one. He should be standing at about his own 45-yard line.
Let's give some props to number 48, Christian Moe. He was in there on that stop.
Scott, Rebels are now looking at this like North Vermilion's going to go for it, and they will. Rebels will have to change defensively pretty quickly. Frederick might try the hard count here. Now they'll call timeout. We'll stay right here with the broadcast with 8:35 remaining on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. The scoreboard says 28-0 on the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard. And Scott, the Rebels are really just kind of feeling everything here on homecoming night.
we've gone almost a game and a half now without sending our punter out there. Do we still have a punter? I mean, we're going to find out in the next 2 weeks. East Ascension and STM, we're going to find out we have a punter again.
And one of the things that I've got to say has been not necessarily refreshing, but one of the things that has been really exciting to see from this Teurlings Rebels team is the amount of focus with which they have come to this game. They have been incredibly well focused in this game when, let's face it, this is a classic trap game. It is homecoming.
Homecoming and a team that hasn't won a game.
But you've got East Ascension next week and St. Thomas More the week after. Snap is back as now North Vermilion will punt. A low spiraling kick. It will hit at the 50, bounce to the 45, the 40 of the Rebels, inside the 40. It'll roll to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Rebels will set up with a Chick-fil-A first down. But it would have been really easy for them to come in to this game and be focused next week because of the emotion of that game.
Oh, we just show up, we win. You could have come into that with this mindset. But they didn't. And as Mikey said in the pregame interview, most of that was all on these guys. They knew what they had to do. He said, I didn't have to fuss at them and say, hey, this is a trap game. Hey, look out for these guys. Get your you-know-what together. These guys took care of it, and looks like they're doing it just fine.
Munoz out on the field yet again. He's got trips to his right. EDB back in the game, stands to his left. Munoz straight drop back on the Chick-fil-A first down. Looks downfield, pump fake. Now he's going to roll. Heaves one downfield. He's looking for Quinn Seymour. He's got him at the 30. Seymour makes a man miss, breaks a tackle to the 20, the 10, the 5. It's a Cafe Sidney May 6, a 60-yard touchdown pass for the Teurlings Rebels. One play on the drive makes it 34-0 pending the PAT.
That little juke, you break the arm tackle and see ya.
That sends Logan Boudreau out to attempt the PAT. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, plenty of legs, struck well, and it is true. Rebels now lead it 35-0 on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. 8:10 remaining on the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio, streaming on 446 Sports.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage.
As the Teurlings Rebels lead it 35-0 with 8:10 left on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. Boudreau puts foot to leather on this one. It will be taken in and then tight roping the sidelines and then falling out of bounds inside their own 10-yard line is North Vermilion. As that's just a killer, Mr. Brazda, as North Vermilion now has to set up at their own 6.
And it's unfortunately for North Vermilion, it's a reflection of a young team, and you've got to learn, size up, know your environment, and let's let this one go out of bounds. Now I know you're eager, you want to make a play. I mean, I'm going to return this sucker, and we're getting back in the game. We're going to, and you have to have that peripheral vision and see exactly where you are.
St. Thomas More Cougars taking on the Como Spartans. 14-0 Cougars lead it in the second quarter. Frederick will be under center for North Vermilion. Lone wide receivers, 2 each side, 1 back in the backfield. Straight drop back, under pressure, throws downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Nice coverage on the far side by Deculus.
Deculus didn't turn back, but he was step for step with it.
Well, and that's the one.
Kind of. Can you block his view?
It's the one thing you worry about when you see a defensive back not turn around in high school. Could they have called pass interference? It looked like there might have been some contact down the field. I did appreciate, though, that Deculus at least did look around for no flags before fastening the proverbial seatbelt motion on the field. 2nd down and 10 now for North Vermilion. Frederick again under center, same formation. Handoff, right side of the offensive line is going to get to about the 10. They might mark him down at the 9. It's going to be a short gain, set up 3rd down and long for the Patriots.
By the way, I got to tell you, after that extra point, I much prefer the kick is true versus it's good. I mean, I'm getting bored with the kick is good. It is true. Come on. Usually I'm doing all the marketing slogans that we're going to spin this thing off on. You might have.
Oh, I don't know about all that. That is one that I would love to say is a creation of my own
Say yes. Come on, just say yes.
I appreciate the compliment, but it is not necessarily mine. I don't know that. I would love to know the sports broadcaster who started that one because it's been around for a long time. 3rd and long. Frederick, play action. Throws downfield, and it's incomplete. Deculus didn't need to bring the hit on that one. He did. He gets flagged for it, and that's going to be a 1st down by penalty for the North Vermilion Patriots.
Yeah, ball was past them. Unnecessary. I mean, it wasn't huge, but
no, it was.
The receiver's down.
The receiver is down, and to be fair, I don't know that it was that hard of a hit. It did not necessarily appear to be one to the head and shoulders from here. Might have been. We always ask, regardless of the team or the player, that you say a prayer for the injured player on the field because the intended receiver for North Vermilion is down. We will take our last time out of the quarter right here in order for us to have the injury timeout. Please, as we said, say a prayer for the young man down on the field. Remember, these young men's lives go on when the game ends. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio. Rebels lead at 35-0 on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
Here's your Beal and Hebert starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Teurlings Catholic.
Kenny Hebert, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haney, Catholic High.
Gabrielle Romero, Sacred Heart.
Beal and Hebert, Acadiana's hometown lawyers.
Is needed when it comes to assisting you with your insurance and financial needs. Lafayette and Chase's Armo are the experts to see. In Lafayette, visit Chase's Armo. In Carencro, Lafayette. State Farm, part of the Teurlings Rebels family.
Cole Siebold off the field under his own power, which we love to see here on the Teurlings Rebels Radio Network. 35-0, your Teurlings Rebels lead it alongside Scott Brasda. Tyler Darbone back in the studio. I'm Kevon Bordelon. 1st down and 10 due to the penalty. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. Frederick has the back split behind him. Hands off right side of the offensive line. Check that left side. Right side of the defense shuts it down quickly. No gain on the play.
You know, going back to the penalty, little things like that. In North Vermilion, there's a good chance they're not going to be able to capitalize on it. A week from now, 2 weeks from now, playoffs, those kinds of things. So just playing under control, no matter whether you're playing, St. Thomas More or a practice game.
Agreed. This is one of those discipline penalties, not necessarily an effort penalty. And we haven't had a ton of those this year, which is good to see. But you still can't avoid that as you start getting deeper and deeper into the season.
Yeah, and it's a teaching moment. Carter plays with passion. We love it. But, a teaching moment.
Straight drop back on 2nd and long. Throw over the middle is it caught, Scott? Yeah. It is. Nice catch made on right at the hash mark. It's going to be right at a 1st down, and it is. It's going to move the chains. A catch by, that is Deegan Broussard, the sophomore for North Vermilion, who sets up 1st down and 10. Ball now spotted at the 34-yard line of the North Vermilion Patriots.
I thought Deculus had a shot at that ball. He cut right across.
Just a step too late.
Yeah.
Under 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. 35-0, your Rebels lead it. Scott, a score from across town. 2nd quarter, St. Thomas More 14, Como 7.
All right, Spartans.
Officials are resetting the play clocks. I don't know that anybody's trying to figure out why, because there was no reason to reset play clocks. I formation this time for Frederick. Hands off to the tailback, trying to go right side of the offensive line, hit in the backfield and driven back. This should be a loss of 1 or 2 on the play. Well played defensively by the Rebels.
Load of Rebels. Jude Smith among them, number 44. You just create that wall. There's no space to go.
Officially, it is a loss of 2 on the play.
You gently encourage the running back towards the sideline.
Gently encourage. I like that.
Pass him a note.
Eunice 14-0 over Lagrange in the second. Trips are now split wide to the left side as North Vermilion now tries to move right to left. It's Dubois in the backfield. He will be hit basically right at the original line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
Wonderful pursuit by Jack Snyder, getting him from behind, too. Of course, Jack had a great jump on the snap. Took about 2 more steps to bring him down.
So another big 3rd down for the Teurlings Rebels defense, who's been on the field maybe a little bit longer than they would have liked here on this possession due to the penalty against Deculus. Second quarter score, Beauchesne 0, Cecilia 22. Trips are now split wide to the right for Frederick. Patriots freshman signal caller looks to his right, throws. He's got a man wide open just shy of the 40, and Cormier's not going to get there. He should be at least a yard shy of the first down, but Scott, that's definitely 4 down, go for it territory with 3:52 remaining here in the first half.
There was just a huge hole in the middle of the Rebels' secondary.
Scott, that might be the first time I think we've seen a busted coverage or a lack of discipline for the Rebels defensively, or confusion for the Rebels defensively in this ballgame.
Yeah, Rebels created a secondary kind of box, but there was nobody in the middle of that box.
So Dubois will come in at quarterback. Wide receivers are stacked to the far side. Handoff straight ahead, and it's going to be right at the first down. North Vermilion continues the drive.
Jack Snyder says no.
He says no, but I think he's going to be overruled.
I think he's going to be overruled as well. Boy, it's sure close. No, they're giving it to him.
That nose of the football basically had to touch the 44-yard line. And this is going to allow North Vermilion to take at least probably another 2 minutes off the clock if they don't end up trying to, or end up in the end zone here in the end of the first half. Don't forget, at halftime, 446 Sports will stream all of the homecoming activities for the Teurlings Rebels. All those young ladies will have that on 446 Sports streaming during our halftime show.
My son comes home with like 20 buttons 2 days ago. Everyone who's on the court, everyone who wants to be on the court, everyone who once was on the court, everyone who in the future will be on the court.
Dubois with a carry of 1 yard on first down sets up 2nd down and 9. Liz Boyd actually had tremendous things to say because I believe, Mr. Brasta, that your son was also the chair of homecoming this year for the students, which is a ton of work.
And he's still in cool. He hasn't been thrown out of school or anything.
Frederick chucks this one downfield, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted by Caden Chavis. He had better position than the intended receiver. Receiver was open, but Frederick just didn't have the arm to get there.
Just a yard short, and you know, Caden was with him, just on the inside of him, right up against him.
The incompletion sets up 3rd down and 9. Now this is the third down of this possession for North Vermilion. The Rebels have not been able to get off the field so far on this possession.
And Kavon homecoming, you know, Liz and Danielle Ferris and their whole student council group. I mean, week long, full of fun. Big pep rally last night, the bonfire, dodgeball, all kinds of stuff going on.
Frederick to throw. Rebels bring the extra man. That's going to be caught right at the line of scrimmage. Pushed out of bounds right around the 50, which should make it 4th down. They'll make it the 49 of North Vermilion. That'll make it 4th down and 5.
And Monday they had a powder puff, the girls' football tournament right here on this field. I think they had 4 teams, and round robin, and Nick came back all hoarse because he was announcing all of that.
Now, Rebels have given up a first down by penalty due to jumping off sides. You hope the Rebels are able to maintain some discipline here and make North Vermilion earn it. Because it is 4th and 5 at the 49, 2:03 left in the quarter. 35-0 Rebels leading. Now North Vermilion will take the timeout. And Scott, let's talk about this decision from North Vermilion. Because down 35-0, it's a no-brainer to kind of go for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
But the Rebels, at a 35-0 lead, have an opportunity to go running clock before really start of the second half.
You know, if I'm North Vermilion right here, I mean, I get up there, I would just do a quick snap and try to catch them off guard. I mean, they've had a couple nice quarterback draws. But you're right, on the Rebel side of it, you make this stop here. What's our clock say? 2:03. Time to work with.
2 one-play drives already in this ballgame. By the way, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. One of those things that's just great to mention.
Yeah, lots of folks wearing pink.
Yep, great to see, great to hear people being aware, and great to see those who have contributed their time, talent, and treasure to eradicating that scourge from our society.
There was pink in the park at Girard Park today.
Trips are stacked to the near side. Lone running back stands in the shotgun next to Frederick. Frederick just throws to the near side. Scott, I don't know if that's a lateral or not. It's going to be intercepted and dropped by Deculus, but that's the smart play. And now Deculus is being flagged because he was demonstrative towards the receiver who, I mean, pretty much waylaid Deculus. You could almost argue that that hit was a personal foul because he went high on Deculus on the interception.
But the flag comes as Deculus is gesturing and saying something. I'm sure it's an unsportsmanlike, yeah.
And here's the thing, Scott.
Well, it's after the play, so the Rebels have the ball.
We also don't know if Deculus actually said it to the other player.
Or if it's just a demonstrative.
Correct.
You know, like, you know, when you yell to the heavens after you make a sack like Jack Snyder does.
And, Scott, here's what you have to watch out for. What you have to watch out for is that is now the second personal foul on Deculus in this game. If he gets ejected, because I believe that I thought unsportsmanlike conduct. It's 2 unsportsmanlike conduct, not 2 personal fouls. But he's got to start watching that officials don't start to create a reputation there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And have a prejudgment before they come into the game.
And you'd also certainly like Mr. Deculus around next week.
We would like Mr. Deculus around all next week, all the week after, the rest of the season, and for what, 2 more years? He's a sophomore?
Junior, I think.
Junior. Jet sweep to Celestine on the Chick-fil-A 1st and 10. To the 40, the 50, he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line of North Vermilion.
I'm sure Ike was on it, and then I'm sure I see Mr. Celestine down there with his phone every step of the way, watching his guy.
So Munoz on the Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10, 1:49 left in the first half, brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. Mesh checks in at running back. Play action, just a little quick throw. Viator catches the short hitch. Viator is now going to be pushed out of bounds. And Scott, there is a flag. They call an offensive pass interference on this.
Flag thrown at the 37.
Because A.J. Price laid out the man he was supposed to block. Let's see what the call is. Holding?
Against the Rebels. Huh.
That's an interesting call, Mr. Brazda. I would love to see the replay of that because it looked like he just went straight towards the defender, laid him out, and there was not a hold involved because it's not like anybody went around anybody else.
Okay.
So that brings the Rebels back to 1st down and 11. From the 44-yard line of North Vermilion. Twins near, twins far. Munoz hands off, Mesh to the 40, and that is going to be where he's tackled. That'll set up 2nd down and 7 for the Teurlings Rebels.
Mesh hits that line so quickly. You always get the feeling he's like a step away. This one right up the middle, just left of Perry.
Rebels get the play from the sideline and go to the line of scrimmage. Play clock is at 19. Game clock is at 1:16. Munoz to throw on 2nd down. Chunks one downfield looking for Celestine. Wide open. 5. Touchdown. Cafe Sidney May 6. A 40-yard touchdown strike from the Rebels senior signal caller to Celestine.
Nick was wide open and just dropped it in the basket. I mean, come on, your touchdown pass is 40, 65, 80.
Munoz, I do not believe, has an incompletion in the first half. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, it's a beaut, and it is true. Teurlings Rebels now have extended their lead 42-0, 109 remaining in the first half. And Mr. Brazda, this, you can't help who's on your schedule. What you can do is execute the way that you are supposed to execute.
And that's the way you have to look at it. I mean, you can't help that right now. And again, you know, when people say no disrespect, and I know people perceive it to be, but, you know, the reality of the district right now is that, you know, Rain and Como and North Vermilion are getting their programs together. Northside's on the upswing. But right now, I mean, it's the way your district's laid out. And you got to play who you're going to play, but you've got to play well regardless who's on that schedule.
And the Rebels have executed at seemingly the highest level here in the first half. Boudreaux kicks this one away, and it will go into the end zone again, and the North Vermilion Patriots will start at their own 20-yard line. 1:09 remaining in the first half. Rebels with a 42-0 lead.
That was a really good kick, and you know, Logan's tried that a few times. What, against Notre Dame, we tried it a few times, and we kept getting flagged. And also, that's a smart play by the North Vermilion returner, because it was right in that same spot. And then you do grab it, and your momentum has you trying to do a tightrope on the sideline, and you're out at your own 6.
The other side of that, Scott, is this, is if you pin that man to the sideline with the kick like that, and this is where coaching from, maybe somebody who coached special teams for a long time before helps. You pin him to the sideline. Now, you don't have to necessarily have perfect coverage for the coverage team. You actually get almost an extra defender in that sideline. Frederick under center. Pitches to the far side, trying to get the right side of the offensive line. Not going to get much. That's going to set up 2nd down and 10 on the no gain for North Vermilion.
And by the way, completely unsolicited, but Liz Boyd says, Nick Brazda, my son, he did a great job with the PA during the Powder Puff game. Liz says he has the genes, and Suzanne and I will both say, between Sophia and Nick, they have genes upon genes much better than their parents, which is what we all want.
Correct. Should we make a bet? Is that environment over genetics? We can make a $1 bet. Mortimer, we're back. Frederick under center on 2nd down and 10.
It was the Dukes. It was the Dukes.
Handoff trying to get the left side. Rebels playing it really well, and that's going to be hit in the backfield. Tackle for a loss. About loss of 3. Of the first half. On that carry, by the way, we just like to get those names out there. Wallace Kelly Jr. is going to send us to the half. Rebels with a 42-0 lead over North Vermilion. If you are looking for homecoming here at Teurlings and you want to see all the pageantry, you want to see the court, and you want to hear it as well, yes, 446 Sports will have all that audio. We'll come back here, as well as the video. We'll come back here on 96.5 KPEL. We'll have our halftime show. Scott Brasna, me, Kevon Bordelon, Tyler Darbone back in the studio. Ike Bernay getting highlights on the sidelines. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio. Rebels lead it 42-0.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident recovery. Whether it's routine checkups or specialized care, Guillory Chiropractic has the expertise and compassion you need to achieve optimal health. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
Presentation. Before we begin, we would like everyone to turn your attention to the 30-yard line to recognize all of our past homecoming queens. Their school spirit and lasting connection to Teurlings Catholic High School reminds us what it means to be a rebel, past, present, and always. We thank you, ladies, for joining us this evening. At this time, we will present the 2025 Homecoming Court chosen by the Teurlings Catholic High School student body and faculty. Each court member is being presented flowers by her mother. Our first senior maid is Miss Ella Adams. She is the daughter of Robert Adams and Amy Adams. She is being escorted by her father. Ella is a 4-year member of Student Council, where she served as freshman class representative, sophomore class president, junior executive board public relations officer, and currently serves as the executive board president. She participated on the Rebel tennis team for 2 years, receiving the MVP award. She has served as the team manager for the TCHS track and field team for 2 years. For 4 years, Ella has participated in campus ministry of the Beta Club, where she served as class representative her sophomore year. She was selected for the National Honor Society. Ella also serves as the student section leader during the football games. She has received numerous awards, including the All-THS Award and Principals Award for 3 years, and was recognized as the September Rebel of the Month. She represented her school at the Empowerment Through Education program and the Hugh O'Brien and Brent Henley Youth Leadership programs. She also represented Teurlings Catholic on the literary rally team in Physical Science, Spanish 2, and English 3. Ella has a cumulative grade point average of 4.0. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ella Adams. Our second senior maid is Miss Olivia Alvarez. She is the daughter of Abel and Amanda Alvarez. She is being escorted by her father. Olivia is a 3-year member of Student Council, where she has served as class secretary. She is a 4-year member of the Rebel cheerleading squad and serves as co-captain this year. She was selected as an All-American cheerleader at the Universal Cheerleader Association camp held this past summer. For 4 years, she has been a Rebel ambassador and has participated in campus ministry. She is a 3-year member of Beta Club and 2-year member of the Rebel Athletes for Christ Club. Olivia received the Red Academic Award the last 3 years and received the Principals Award this year. She was selected into the National Honor Society. Olivia received the Roddy Richard Memorial Scholarship this year. She has maintained a 3.9 cumulative grade point average throughout high school, earning an academic letter. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Olivia Alvarez. Our third senior maid is Miss Sophia Bulani. She is the daughter of Joe and Julie Bulani. She is being escorted by her father. Sophia is a 4-year member of the Rebel soccer team, where she is currently serving as chaplain. She is Student Council, where she served as class treasurer in her sophomore and junior years, and is currently serving as the executive board treasurer. For 4 years, she has served as a Rebel ambassador and participated in campus ministry. She is a 3-year member of the Beta Club and the Rebel track team. For 2 years, she has participated in the Rebel football games, serving as one of the student section leaders. Sophia has received the Principals Award for the last 3 years and was selected into the National Honor Society. Sophia has also maintained a 4.0 grade point average throughout high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sophia Bulani. Our fourth senior maid is Miss Camille Castro. She is the daughter of Chris and Leslie Hebert Castro, a 1992 Teurlings graduate. She is being escorted by her father. Camille is a 4-year member of the national champion Rebel Review Dance Team, where she currently serves as chaplain. She was selected and is currently serving as the Executive Board Public Relations Officer. She is a 2-year member of the Rebel Athletes for Christ Club and a 2-year member of the Rebel Track and Field Team, where she participated in the long jump. For 3 years, she has been a member of the Beta Club and received the Academic White Award for 4 years. She received an academic letter with a 3.7. Gentlemen, Miss Camille Castro. Our fifth senior maid is Miss Addison Dupuy. She is the daughter of Jake and Lacey Dupuy. She is being escorted by her father. Addison is a 4-year member of the Rebel cheerleading squad, where she is currently serving as spirit coordinator. She has participated on the Rebel track and field team for 4 years. She is a 2-year member of campus ministry and a 2-year member of student council, serving as a class representative. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Addison Dupuy. Our 6th senior maid is Miss Emma Fontenot. She is the daughter of Brandon and Courtney Fontenot. She is being escorted by her father. Emma is a 4-year member of the national champion Rebel Review Dance Team, where she is currently serving as co-captain of the squad. This past summer, she was selected as a Universal Dance Association All-American Dancer. Emma has served on student council for 3 years, where she was the freshman and sophomore class vice president and junior class representative. Currently, Emma serves as the student council executive board vice president. She has been a Rebel ambassador throughout high school. She is a 3-year member of campus ministry and the Beta Club. Emma was selected into the award her freshman year and was honored on the principal's list the last 3 years. Emma has maintained a 3.9 grade point average throughout high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Emma Fontenot. Our 7th senior maid is Miss Anna Claire Hebert. She is the daughter of Derek and Casey Hebert. She is being escorted by her father. Anna Claire is a 4-year member of the Rebel varsity volleyball team. She was selected 2nd team All-District as a sophomore and 1st team All-District as a junior. In 2024, she was selected for the Acadiana Advocates Star of Stars volleyball team. She was chosen as the Daily Advertiser Player of the Week this past September. Last year, Anna Claire was also selected as one of the top 20 high school volleyball players. She is a 4-year member of campus ministry and a 2-year member of the Rebel Athletes for Christ Club. She served as the freshman class coordinator on student council. She was a member of the Rebel track and field team for 2 years and has served as a Rebel ambassador the last 3 years. Anna Claire received the All TCHS Award her freshman year. She is a 2-year member of the Beta Club, received the Principal's Award for 3 years, and was selected into the National Honor Society. She has maintained a 3.95 cumulative grade point average throughout high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Anna Claire Hebert. Our 8th senior maid is Miss Ava Hebert. She is the daughter of Anthony and Lexi Hebert. She is being escorted by her father. Ava is a 4-year member of the Rebel volleyball team, where she is currently serving as chaplain for the team. Recently, she was selected as the KLFY Athlete of the Week. She is a 3-year member of the Rebel soccer team, where she was selected 2nd team All-District. She is a 2-year member of the Rebel track team. For 3 years, she served as a Rebel ambassador, participated in campus ministry, and is a member of the Beta Club. For 2 years, she has been a member of the Rebel Athletes for Christ Club and has served as a liturgical minister. On Friday nights, she is a student section leader at football games. Ava also serves as a Eucharistic minister. She has maintained a 3.5 cumulative grade point average throughout high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ava Hebert. Our 9th senior maid is Miss Julia Hebert. She is the daughter of Jude Hebert, a 1991 Teurlings graduate, and Karen Hebert. She is being escorted by her father. Julia is a 4-year member of the national champion Rebel Review Dance Team, where she served as chaplain in her junior year and currently serves as captain of the squad. She was selected as a Universal Dance Association All-American Dancer the past 2 summers. She has served on student council for 4 years and is serving as class president currently. She is a 4-year member of campus ministry and Rebel ambassadors. For 3 years, she has participated in the Beta Club. She serves as a sacristan and extraordinary minister. She is a 2-year member of the Rebel Athletes for Christ Club. As a junior, she received the All TCHS Award. She also received the President's Award in her sophomore year. In addition, she has received the Academic Red Award for 4 years. She was selected into the National Honor Society. Julia has maintained a 3.86 grade point average throughout high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Julia Hebert. Our 10th senior maid is Miss Ainsley Richard. She is the daughter of Corey and Cassidy Richard. She is being escorted by her father. Ainsley is a 4-year member of the national champion Rebel Review Dance Team. She was selected as a Universal Dance Association All-American Dancer this past summer. She is a 3-year member of the Beta Club. For 4 years, she has served as a Rebel Ambassador and participated in campus ministry. She has participated on Student Council for 4 years, serving as freshman class representative, sophomore and junior class coordinator, and is currently the Executive Board class coordinator. She is a 2-year member of the Rebel Athletes for Christ Club. Ainsley is the game coordinator for school pep rallies. She also serves as a liturgical minister. She received the White Academic Award her freshman and sophomore years and has received the Academic Red Award the last 2 years. Ainsley has maintained a 3.7 cumulative grade point average throughout high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ainsley Richard. Our 11th senior maid is Miss Mina Quinters. She is the daughter of Joe Quinters and Jennifer Quinters. She is being escorted by her father. Mina is a 4-year member of Student Council, where she has chaired multiple committees. She has participated on the Rebel track and field team for 3 years. She is a 3-year member of the Beta Club and campus ministry. Currently, she is in the campus ministry class, where she has led retreats. She has served as a Rebel Ambassador for 4 years. She participated in the Rebel Athletes for Christ Club and has been a liturgical minister for 2 years. As a freshman and junior, she received the Academic White Award. In her sophomore year, she received the Academic Red Award and the President's Award. Mina has maintained a 3.7 grade point average throughout high school, receiving an academic letter. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Mina Quinters. And our 12th senior maid is Miss Chesley Richard. She is the daughter of Corey and Cassidy Richard. She is being escorted by her father. Chesley is a 4-year member of the Rebel Cheerleading Squad, where she is currently serving as the team captain. She was selected as a Universal Cheer Association All-American Cheerleader for 3 years. She also represented Teurlings Catholic on a national and international level as a Team USA member for the all-girl cheerleading team for 2 years. She has served in Student Council for 2 years and is currently the senior class treasurer. For the past 4 years, she has served in campus ministry and as a Rebel Ambassador. She is a 3-year member of the Beta Club and a 2-year member of the Rebel Athletes for Christ Club. Chesley serves as a liturgical minister. She received the Academic White Award the past 4 years, and she has maintained a 3.5 cumulative grade point average throughout high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Chesley Richard. At this time, Miss Lauren Showmaker, Teurlings Catholic High School Vice Principal, and our 2024 Homecoming Queen, Miss Jenny Forrest, will present flowers, sashes, and crown our 2025 Homecoming Queen. Our second maid, Miss Emma Fontenot. our first maid, Miss Chesley Reshaw. And now, the Teurlings Catholic High School, Miss Ella Adams. Gentlemen, the 2025 Teurlings Catholic High School Homecoming Court.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident recovery. Whether it's routine checkups or specialized care, Guillory Chiropractic has the expertise and compassion you need to achieve optimal health. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana, let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop. Ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
He says he's got him on the right track. He's trying to do some really neat things. They need some time. You know, they're on the lower end of Quad A. We used to think we were on the lower end of Quad A. They are. And, you know, they have to, start believing and making football a priority again. Again, great.
Quarter for the Teurlings Rebels looks to be in on the far sideline to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. 45 finally hauled down from behind. And Scott, that is a number we do not call often.
22, Riley Dupuy.
That is Dupuy with a heck of a return for the Teurlings Rebels. That might be the best kickoff return all season for the Rebels as he sets up the offense with a Chick-fil-A first down and 10 at the 39-yard line of North Vermilion.
Junior wide receiver. What was that, 11? Where did he pick that one up? About the 10, 15?
Right about the 10.
So 45, 50 yards. And much like we saw with Chavis saying, a speedy guy tracking him down. Speedy guy being tracked down by a speedier guy.
Scott, how's this for a classy move? A.J. Price checks in at quarterback for the Teurlings Rebels. Calls to the football. Handoff straight ahead is going to be about a 2 or 3 yard gain. A lot of new Rebels out there on the field.
Well, that's one of our backup quarterbacks, Will Fontenot. You know, Mikey said that Fontenot would get some reps. You know, he and Calandra are going to be battling it out next year for quarterback. But Mikey said with Kaysen out, with Schwander out this week, Fontenot was suddenly in that third spot.
2nd down and 8 for the Rebels. Price has 2 wide receivers to his right. Lone running back behind him. Handoff left side, no play action. Now throws to the far side. Viator is going to be pulled out of bounds right at the 30-yard line.
I really like this, that Price is getting to play quarterback.
And check that. That was Riley Stout, not Viator, but yes. And that's why I say, talk about a classy move. Why is that such a classy move, Mr. Brasner, for those who may not know?
Well, again, if you know the backstory, it was Price and Alex battled it out to be the starting quarterback last year through 3 games. And Alex finally got the keys to the car, towards the end of that 3rd game. So, Price understands he's going to run. Let's see what we got down the left side.
Price follows his running back over the left side, inside the 20, out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. It's a Chick-fil-A first down and 10 inside the Hub City Ford red zone.
So Price understandably bummed out. And, this year, he went to the coach and said, I just want to play, much like we've seen in the past, with Jack. And so he's done really well. He's done great as a receiver, surpassed expectations. But he's still really the backup quarterback. If something happens to Alex, Price will be the guy.
Handoff straight ahead, Fontenot bouncing off tacklers. Fontenot inside the 5. Fontenot into the end zone. Another Cafe Sydney May 6. A 15-yard rushing touchdown by Will Fontenot. And the Teurlings' offensive execution continues to roll.
And I finished my story just in time. Not jumping ahead to the future, but you never know how it works out with Calandra and Fontenot. You've got almost the same situation. Two guys that can play quarterback.
Snap is back. Hold is down. LaBeouf for the extra point is good. And the Teurlings Rebels make it 49-0. 8:37 left on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock on the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana. Let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL, streaming on 446 Sports. 446 Sports is brought to you by the Lilla Group. Visit AcadianaIsHome.com alongside Scott Brasda, Tyler Darbone in the studio, Ike Brunay on the sidelines. I'm Kavan Bordelon. Rebels lead at 49-0, 8:37 remaining in the third quarter. Kick is up and then bounces at about the 15, takes a bounce away from the return man who's able to fall on it at about the 18-yard line. And Scott, North Vermilion finds.
Looked like it died, and then it took a quirky little bounce like it hit a pebble or something like that you see in tennis sometimes.
Whole new set of defenders for the Rebels. And Scott, I was about to say the clock had stopped at 8:12. My understanding is that a running clock did not stop even on the change of possession. It would just continue to roll.
That's what I thought too.
Now the clock has started as we are now under 8 minutes remaining in the third.
Granger, Couvion, Mir.
Frederick will be under center. Backs are split behind him for North Vermilion. Patriots moving right to left. That's south to north here in Rebel Stadium. Handoff trying the left side of the offensive line. Not getting a whole heck of a lot. Going to be shy of the 20-yard line. Short gain on first down.
3 Rebels in on that one. Continuing that defensive presence for the game.
It'll be second down and 9 for North Vermilion as the Rebels. Scott, again, that is now 16 straight offensive possessions where the Rebels have scored a touchdown.
May it continue for playoffs.
Yeah, another 138 weeks. Frederick hands off, trying the left side of the offensive line. Well played again by a host of Rebel defenders. And Scott, this team certainly plays basically with the bodies of 11, but seemingly a mind of 1.
Now, they understand that. I mean, they understand that's how they're going to succeed. I'll call out Weibel right there. It's great to have him back as of a few weeks ago. He was part of that group in on that stop.
So 3rd and long now for North Vermilion at their own 20-yard line. Officially 3rd and 8. Frederick comes in from the sideline with the play call. They'll approach the line of scrimmage with less than 10 seconds on the play clocks. I formation. 2 seconds. Looks to his right, throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Receiver looks like he fell down as he was laying on the turf. I don't know if he was contacted or not, but regardless, no flags. It's going to be 4th and long from their own 20.
I didn't see anyone around him. I think it was a cut that just didn't cut.
So we will see the punt return unit out for the Teurlings Rebels.
Is that our kickoff returner again? Riley Dupuy?
That is Riley Dupuy.
Why not? Heck of a job on that one. He's back at the 47. North Vermilion 47, roughly.
Snap is back. Rebels do not even attempt to get that one. That's a beautiful high spiraling kick, and Dupuy's going to watch this one bounce at the 35 to the 30 to the 25 of the Rebels, and then a Rebel touches it, Scott, and turns it over.
Why?
That there was no reason to even be around the football, and that's going to be a lesson.
Colin Meir unfortunately touched it. And I was going to say, Dupuy did a great job, made a great call, and he could have tried to catch it in traffic, and he just backed off.
So this will be the best field position of the night for North Vermilion. They will be at the Rebel 23-yard line. First down and 10. As Frederick will be under center.
Here's what I like. Carson LeBlanc, the Rebels 38, went up to Meir and just tapped him on the helmet. All right, make up for it. Make some stops now.
Play action for Frederick. Throws towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. Almost intercepted. Really well played by our safety, Scott. And again, this is where we have to look to a roster, because when we start going this deep, that was number 42 for the Rebels. That was Luke Hebert, the junior defensive back, who was better positioned to receive that than the wide receiver was.
And Luke's played a little bit. Luke knows his game.
The incompletion on again, I formation, lone wide receiver near and far. Handoff, left side of the line, a little bit of a crease, but not much. It closes quickly. Shy of the 20-yard line, the Rebels will stop the ball carrier. It will be 3rd down and 7.
Even this next batch of Rebels are making contact and making great pursuit, making a great push. Jason Owen, defensive lineman, junior.
And check that, officially it's 3rd and 8.
Who else do we have out there? Couvillon again, he was right there. And Kastner, number 51, he's there in the middle of that line.
Frederick again under center, backs are split behind him. Straight drop back on 3rd and long. Throws, and it's incomplete. Well played again, Scott. Luke Hebert was man on a mission right there, came up with the pass breakup, and that forces 4th down and long. And Scott, I almost wonder if you're going to see a field goal kicking unit for North Vermilion.
They brought in 3 or 4 guys.
Well, Scott, you've got a great soccer program.
Yeah.
This is not a short field goal. This officially will be a 38-yarder.
Yeah.
Which I know in the pros is pretty much a gimme, but in high school, not even close.
Logan Blanchard.
Snap is back. Hold is down, and it's blocked. No good. I think the Rebels got a hand on that, Scott. It went into the end zone, but no good. The Rebels have the shutout kept alive with 2:12 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Rebels up 49-0.
And that whole defense bounced back. So Meir's all down on himself. He's already got a coach coming up and putting an arm around him. Jackson Broussard's patting him on the back, saying, dude, you'll get it. You got it. We've all done things like that. Heck, I have a long list today.
Calandra in at quarterback now for the Teurlings Rebels. Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10 from their own 20. Calandra hands off, trying the left side of the offensive line with a crease to the 20, 25, 30, 35, cuts back to the 40, to the 45-yard line for the Teurlings. I do not have 29 on this roster. Let's see if I have 29 on this roster. That is Willis. That is Lacoby Willis.
You and I loved Willis last week.
Yes. Yes.
He had a couple carries that just made us go, whoa. I asked Mason about it. He's a smart player. He just has to learn more of the game. But, he said, Kent's words, he's going to be a good one.
Chick nothing. A little quick pass from Calandra near side with a man who breaks a tackle. 45 out of bounds, just shy of the 40-yard line. They'll give him the 40. It's a Chick-fil-A 1st and 10.
LaBeouf made the cut. He had to go up a little bit for that ball, so it slowed down his momentum, but he was able to turn around and cut it up. Again, keep running the offense. You and I have said this time and again, even with the big lead, I've got no problem with guys running the offense because they all have to be ready to go.
Well, to your point, when you've got backups running the offense, and actually backups of backups now, No issue whatsoever.
Yeah.
Willis now moves to the left of Calandra on first down and 10 from the 41-yard line of North Vermilion. Man goes in motion. Little bump pass, trying the left side. He's got a little bit of a crease. Breaks a tackle inside the 35. He's going to be right at a Chick-fil-A first down and 10.
Kick and boom.
And that is it for the third quarter. Teurlings Rebels 49-0 over North Vermilion. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio and streaming on 446, the radio side 96.5 KPEL. On Bordelon. Of course, we are streaming on the internet side. Quarterback here tonight to see Tom. He's got a little bit of a crease, stiff arm. He's ridden out of bounds at about the 25. Scott, you know that it's been a heck of a night when a 5-yard gain seems like a short run.
But Willis, I mean, doesn't he run unlike a freshman?
Oh, he runs like a junior. Yes, I absolutely agree with you. And from up here, body size does not appear to be that of a freshman either. He looks to be a nice-sized young man to be able to play right. And that's on the turf. Is he going to get it back? He does not. It's a fumble on the Teurlings Rebels as Scott maybe...
He's young. You know, things will happen. Now, come on. Thinking of things happening, unfortunately, I have a TV commitment. All the other anchors are off tonight. Jim and Marcel thought they needed to play tonight. Balls. He's a baseball guy. You know, he's got a son who's a great catcher for the Rebels, and we'll do more of him in the fall or in the spring. But I'm handing things off. Thanks, guys.
So it's a first down and 10 for North Vermilion. Ball is spotted at their own 32-yard line. Frederick is going to be under center. He's got the I formation behind him. Handoff left side of the offensive line is going to pick up a couple of yards. They're going to give him forward progress to about the 30-yard line. And that's going to set up North in for second down and 5. As we get set for them to now come to the lines, it just stays rolling. Another short gain this time. Only 2 young joining us now. He's got the headsets on. We'll see how Tommy does here.
You know what? I'm also a food guy, so when I see Scott...
So that's how you got up here to the press box.
Man, you feed a man, he's coming.
Third down for North Vermilion. Everybody tight to the line of scrimmage. I formation. Frederick hands off to his fullback, and he's going to be short of the first down, but only by a yard. So it'll set up fourth down and 1. Clock will continue to roll, and North Vermilion probably going to go for it here, Tommy, which would not be a surprise for me to see them try and go for it right here just to keep the drive alive.
No, not at all. I tell you what, he's a classy guy, and he's going to keep his squad very disciplined in moving the ball.
So here we go, fourth down and 1. Lots of fresh jerseys out there for the Teurlings Rebels defensively. Frederick going to call for the football, handoff, and not going to get there. Rebel defense bows its neck, and that is going to be no gain on the play. Turnover on downs, and the Rebels will take over with a Chick-fil-A first and 10 at the North Vermilion 46-yard line.
Got an interesting stat for you, if I may.
Absolutely. That's what a color guy does.
Yeah, so the games 307 to 75.
307 to 75, and that's the last. That's all 6 games. 3.5 quarters almost at this point. Calandra checks back in at quarterback for the Teurlings Rebels. Handoff straight ahead with a lay first down for the Teurlings Rebels. Fontenot was the running back who came away with the carry and moves the chains. Baseball team, you are a Teurlings guy. This is homecoming for you too. Left side of the offensive line, almost immediately it'll set up second down and long for the Rebels.
And look, not only will
is Rebel offense getting a play from the near side as the Rebels did have them on the last possession. Calandra now calling for the football with a man in motion. Handoff is straight ahead, trying to avoid tacklers in the backfield. And there's a flag on the play, so for the Rebels, he's a freshman listed as a linebacker.
Yeah.
Little bump pass, and that's on the turf also. Scooped up, and it's incomplete. Thank goodness it is incomplete, because that bounced off of the jet from it right there.
Correct. And they could have, I mean, had that been a live ball, I mean, he was taken to the church. And look, I tell you what, I spent a good bit of time with Coach Joe Heinz.
He is still in the backfield behind Calandra in the pistol formation. Now will move to his right in the shotgun. Calandra drops back. Beautiful throw by Calandra. The incompletion is a turnover on downs. But that's a really nice throw from a young quarterback who hasn't seen a ton of time in varsity games.
That really was last Friday night. Then came in against Rain and threw his first 2 touchdowns of his high school career, I believe.
Heck of a start for that young man to come back off of injury. And see, I can remember the day, Tommy, I don't know if you're quite this old, but I remember the day when if you tore an ACL or an MCL, your career was over.
Yeah.
You tore your knee up and everything was done. Now, we're seeing players come back 2-3 times after multiple surgeries. Ball's on the turf. Dubois picks it up, pitches it back to his running back in the backfield, and that is going to be a short gain. Well played as, you know, North Vermilion, again, averting disaster. They've put the ball on the turf a few times tonight and have been lucky to have it bounce back to them every single time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it could, you know, again, Coach Moy, these guys run a pro eye. Still, I think today, and Coach Moy's a very disciplined coach. You know, being down 49-0, putting the ball on the turf a couple times, and they're acting like it's still the first down of the first quarter.
Officially,
it's impressive to see.
It is. Officially, it was a gain of 1 on the play. Sets up 2nd down and 9. Back in the I formation. Frederick, straight drop back. Looks to his left and throws. He's got a man. 3rd down and 3. That's in the 3rd quarter. Hard, simply because that can be the body size difference between a junior, senior, and a bunch of freshmen and sophomores.
Absolutely. And look, if you've been to one.
So St. Thomas 42-10. North Vermilion going to go for it. Dubois is going to stay in the game for North Vermilion. Handoff, and he's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. And that is going to Teurlings Catholic High. Rebels lead at 49-0.
You know, it's also impressive. I mean, you know, everybody's looking forward to next week, and, you know, this taking anything away from teams in the past, but they're very good at the fundamentals, staying patient, and I've noticed that they're just running the play.
Yeah, the Rock, for those who remember that, we're not being ugly to anybody. Calandra checks back into the 25, the 20, still on his feet inside the 15-yard line. What a play for the Teurlings Rebels, and what a reception.
And, you know, according to Coach Joe Heinz, there's a lot of great. They're going to be a force to be reckoned.
Willis in the pistol, gets the handoff, makes a cut to the right side. Now he's going to cut back in inside the 10 to the 8, gain of 3. Nothing win at Homecoming 2025 Capel and streaming on 446 Sports.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in Thibodeau. Students who complete the registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at Become a Medic.
Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong. Our certified team is always ready.
Broadcast partner Scott Brazda, Tyler Darbone back in the studio, Ike Brunet on the sidelines, who had an opportunity to get plenty of highlights tonight. The homecoming 2025, 49-0 over the Patriots of North Vermilion. Tommy, your initial thoughts on the Rebels' execution and their performance in this game?
Yeah, I'll keep it simple and I'll keep it short. I think they're very consistent from week to week. Like I said, they're very disciplined. They're just running the play. They're not trying to be too fancy, and they're staying within their role. So even next week, going into the next 2 weeks, as long as the mental aspect of the game, next 2 weeks.
Let's talk about the Rebels. We'll start on defense, because the defense doesn't always get enough credit, especially in some of these games. When you see 110 in 2 games,
yeah,
you don't always talk about the defense. But the defense has pitched a shutout in both of those games. And
if they stay locked in the next couple weeks, I mean, they're almost unstoppable. They just got to keep running the play and not try to get too fancy. And I think that's it. It's that simple.
The Rebels' defensive front is an undersized front. You would never guess that from the havoc rate that they are creating in the backfield.
No, but they have some athletes, and look, I'll tell you this too. The thing that Joe and I talked about on this week was that these guys play for each other. I think it's as simple as that. They have a championship caliber locker room
set, and that translates to the field, and I think we're seeing a lot of that, which brings us to the offensive execution and the pure game. Go all the way to the
field. I mean, I think Munoz, according to Mike Coppage, he finished the first.
Just a massive statistical number when you talk about yards per attempt.
It's 1/2. Just think if he'd have played the second half.
But the point is, it's not even that. It's yards per attempt, really. The football, the quarterback knows where
they're on them, and they know exactly where they're supposed to be at all times.
Teurlings Rebels win 49-0 over the Patriots of North Vermilion High. Rebels game show here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Our YouTube channel on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
A division of Acadian Ambulance can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington.
Nothing open for Scott Brazda. Tyler Darbone back at the studio. Ike Brunet no longer on the sidelines. He's made his way up to the press box. I'm sure he was tired after the highlights in that one. You can catch his highlights on our Facebook page, Teurlings Catholic Football Radio. And of course, we are always streaming on 446 Sports, which is presented by the Lulu Group. Go visit acadianaishome.com. All right, Tommy, so let's get some scores from around the area as the Rebels that are just kind of the utmost importance. The first is in Class 2A, LCA Notre Dame, and the Knights 41-7 over the Thomas More Cougars. St. Thomas More 42-10 over Como, that game in the third quarter. But the Rebels have next week coming up. And next week, as Scott and I discussed, on paper, really doesn't mean anything. It's a 5A school. It's a win-win situation. Even if you lose, you can still win the district champ classification. But that's on paper. And there is a heck of a lot more to that game than just paper, because the offensive coordinator at East Ascension, the longtime legendary coach here at Teurlings, is also over there. Brad Taylor, a coach here less than a year ago, is also there at East Ascension. So keeping the emotions in check is going to be really important, Tommy.
Amen. Yeah, I mean, look, two fantastic coaches the next 2 weeks, not get in our own heads and just do what the Rebels have been doing. I'm taking the Rebels 2 weeks in a row.
Well, now, see, I think you're actually falling into the trap that could be the biggest trap.
As long as they don't get trapped.
Which is you are thinking 2 weeks into the future as opposed to this week into the future.
Right.
And that, to me, is the biggest issue with the game coming up, which is next week is a huge trap game, in my opinion.
Yeah, as long as the lock
headset, you know, there's an old saying, I got fussed for cheering on press row. The difference is we are not the press. We are Teurlings Rebels Radio here. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If you have Breast Cancer Awareness Month, if you have the in 2025, we're seeing 7. And remember, don't do what's easy. Do what's right. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend.